Welcome. I am Crispy, and I sense it's time for some 15 minutes dungeon. This is a indie-developed roguelite mystery dungeon style game. It's incredibly challenging, but in the best way. If you're looking for a challenging mystery dungeon and to support an indie developer, this may be the game for you. Well, let's take a look. So this game is in early access, and I was contacted by a member of the dev team to take a look at it and see what I thought before they have their big update that is due to come out pretty soon. And what I've been told, their big update will involve a graphical overhaul. So the graphical style may be changing, but the gameplay, from what I understand, for the most part is staying the same. They did mention a bit of improvements on that side as well. And I'll start by saying that it definitely took me a while to get the hang of it. The game is meant for keyboard and mouse, actually maybe just keyboard, based on the controls. But it also does allow a controller, which is super great for me because that's the only way I play PC games. It's just the controller option is not visible anywhere, so you kind of have to figure it out on your own, how the controller settings work. It's not complicated once you get the hang of it, and actually it feels very comfortable and very fluent, so I'm guessing since it works with a controller, maybe in the future that will be in the options somewhere, letting you know exactly what every button does. Alright, let's take a look at some of the gameplay settings here. When you're playing, you can hit this menu button anytime, and you can look at your achievements. Your achievements are going to unlock new weapons in the game, which are really cool, and it tells you exactly what you need to achieve to get that. You have all your settings right here, and also whenever you hit this menu, it shows you your level and your base attack. It doesn't tell you what these weapons do until you actually unlock them, but it's a pretty cool way to do it, because instead of like every time you die going back to a shop or going back to a start point, it will just be a weapon that you actually have to earn, and that's a pretty cool thing. To get stronger, you have to earn it by doing specific achievements. So, really cool feature, and we'll be able to take a look at some of that here in this video. You do have the options to move diagonally, which again is incredibly powerful in these type of games that I'm getting used to. And roguelites are quickly becoming my favorite. Well, roguelites are my favorite genre. Mystery dungeons are quickly becoming one of my favorite genres as well, and when you combine them together, it's wonderful. When you see these packages on the ground, this will give you an option for a new weapon. I'm showing off the skills here too. So once you acquire these skills, this is what happens. Every time you get a new one, it's leveling it up, which is really cool. Kind of reminds me of Vampire Survivors, where every time you would keep increasing the weapon, it would have some new ability, and it's very useful. Obviously, you want to try to collect as many of these as possible, and also the goal, because I have not mentioned that yet, obviously, of each run is to beat the dungeon in 15 minutes. I am not very good at it. The farthest I ever make it to is about 12 minutes, and then I get swarmed by just an angry horde of enemies that I haven't really figured out how to get out of the way of yet, but it's still, it keeps me wanting to get back in there and get stronger and learn what these things do. And the weapons are unique too. This paintbrush effect, where you can throw down these squares every so often randomly, and based on the color it will do a certain amount of damage or heal you, because that's another tough thing about this game. There's no way to be healed unless you have a certain weapon that does so. So the paintbrush, that bright blue square up there, that's going to heal me. There's also an ability on one of the weapons you can unlock that will heal you every time you level up, which I love and am aiming to get that every single time because it's super helpful. Every time you die though and you just hit restart, you're just right back in it, and it's time to start over from zero. Yeah, and the only thing that you've unlocked in that process was progress towards any achievements that you were doing so that you could unlock a new weapon or ability. So I'm looking forward to the big update coming soon for this game. Graphics are not the ultimate thing in the world to me. Gameplay is, and this has addictive gameplay for sure. It definitely hits the roguelite and mystery dungeon genre perfectly. It does hit quite challenging though. It is definitely got a learning curve, but it's worth investing into, I feel like. And when the graphical overhaul comes, it's only going to make it even more polished and more exciting to play. There'll be a link below in the description to the developer's YouTube page where he shows off a little bit of how the game is going to look in the next update, and it's very exciting. The only other thing I kind of wish the game had was maybe a difficulty setting. I feel like this game has potential to bring in a younger audience to Mystery Dungeons. Like the graphical style, it being these fun, cute animals. I really think if you had a difficulty slider and maybe it was a little bit easier for a younger audience to get into, or maybe just a difficulty slider so I could beat it. It would bring a little bit more people in, but it's still really fun, and after you get the hang of it and how the weapons work and how everything works, it's super great. You just got to try to get strong, and you got to move fast, and you got to get to those stairs and get off those floors, because you get punished if you stay on them too long, as I keep finding out. The game is available currently right now. It is on Steam for $2.99 US, so very affordable, great intro price. It's in early access, and as I've said, it's coming with a new update from what I've been told any time now. So jump in, grab it now, have a blast with it, and then enjoy the graphical overhaul when it comes out, and we'll be revisiting it when that graphical overhaul comes out as well. So make sure you go check it out right now. I'll link in the description below to the store page on Steam for 15 Minutes Dungeon, a mystery dungeon roguelike game. Just a fantastic indie developed title. Support indie developers. They're trying so hard. This is a two-person team, and this game has a ton of potential to only get better. And if you're looking for a challenge, it's going to be right up your alley. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell when you want to see more. And again, we'll be revisiting this when it gets updated, so make sure you come back for that as well. And until next time, always remember, stay crispy.